Good evening and salutations, my Days of Our Lives fans. It's been a hot minute since I've actually done Days of Our Lives video, so the intro is like, what am I actually reviewing again? Now, this thing, this deal, this quote unquote gentleman's agreement, right? I I'm looking at this situation, and I don't know exactly how Stephanie should be. I'm wondering should she be as mad as she is in this episode when she finds out, because there's nothing wrong with having a firm hand. Let's sit there and think about the history so far. This dude has been coming over, has just been obnoxious, has just been over the top, and he's even admitted that he's been doing that because he's jealous of their relationship, right? So there's nothing wrong with setting healthy boundaries. And the thing is, it's not as though Stephanie and Chad has not told him more than once, yo, bro, you need to sit there, and they tried nicely to set healthy boundaries, right? But with some people, it doesn't work. Not everyone you can sit there and just be nice to and just assume that they're going to do the right thing. Sometimes, it takes a firmer hand. Just like with bullies, there's times where they won't stop until you make them stop. That's how you sit there and deal with certain situations. And dealing with Alex is the exact same thing. And I've seen people be like, "Oh, well, Chad was too mean and he was too harsh." No, he was not. He was not. He was putting down. He was being firm in a situation that you would expect to be firm in. There's a scene where Chad is not barely looking at Stephanie and pretty much blows her off, and she's all like surprised. But I'm like, even you told him more than once, like, yo, listen, you can't just be coming by the house, you can't be doing this, that, and the third. So why are you even surprised when he's like, you know what, you can keep it, I'm good or whatever, and just kind of just goes on about his days? Like, you've been telling him for a hot minute to take a step back. He's listening to you. What's the problem? That's why in some ways Stephanie infuriates me. In other ways, I'm not gonna lie. The way when she was sitting there talking to Alex during that whole meeting with Yuri, I don't know. There was something about that fire, that commanding his presence that was kind of hot. I don't know. It's the same way that I saw Betty on General Hospital. She just came in with that fire, and it's just like I'm not gonna. There's something about that just take charge kind of attitude that I'm just like kind of with that. Even though Stephanie has just been kind of pissing me off lately and has been like, I don't really care that much about her. But when she came in with that thunder and she made Alex tell the truth, I was with it. She was pissed, which I'm. I understand the whole talk behind her back and being like she can't handle this by herself, and the big strong man, they sit there and kind of put down his foot and take his situation. I get that. I understand a little bit where she's coming from, but she can't. Here's my whole thing. She can't be that surprised that he was more firm with him than he was before because it wasn't working before. Now Kristen is sitting there telling Chad that it's going to backfire. And at first, EJ's like, "You got this." When EJ came in, he found out that the advice works. He's like, that a boy. There you go. That's exactly what Smith you're talking about. The Demera way, the Demera men's way. It always works. Kristen came and was like, it's going to backfire. And she basically was like, you're going to make Alex the victim. Because, she's dealt with that with Chloe. It's not something saying you can't have a firm hand, but I think it's the going behind her back is the part where he ultimately it's gonna mess up. And when they came back to the house, then she had that look on her face like, oh, they're just gonna be back a little bit later on, back early. When a woman talks that calm, it's not good. It's not good. Just want to throw that out there. For any man that's not there watching this, when a woman talks that firm, when you just walk back in the door and a woman's that calm, and she's talking to you in that tone, the night is not going to end well for you. Okay, the night is gonna. It's almost like I don't know. I don't know how to sit there, and it's just the way it's just set up. It's like you're effed. Okay, and she poured that wine in his face and was like, "Oh yeah, we're gonna talk," and I'm going first. Part of me was like, well, "Damn, girl, okay, all right." It's like, all right, it's like again that authority, but at the same time, it's like it's not gonna be good. It's not gonna be good. Um, Now Rafe and Jada was thinking talking about um Sean's promotion. Now she wasn't really happy about it. Now this is where I get into a bit of a conflict about it, right? Because yes, there's what she's saying. There is truth to it as far as being passed up. A woman of color, being passed up by a situation in where it's like the dude just came back off of suspension, being drunk at work. Yeah, he comes back and just like that, he's commish, right? I don't know how long she's been working. She could have been working. It's not like she just graduated from the academy or she just been a detective. It's like no, this was a transfer. So she's been putting in her dues for a hot minute, and she even said in her last job it was the same exact thing. So yes, there is definitely a broken system in this whole situation, right? And just in the real world in general. So I'm not saying that she's wrong, right? Because there's a lot of merit, there's a lot of truth to what she's saying. But you also have to sit there, here's the thing, whenever I sit there and I look at these situations, right? Like the whole Trina thing on General Hospital, I always sit there and try to look at things in more than one angle, right? Because it's very easy to go to that. And in this situation, I'm not even saying she's wrong. I know she's not wrong. But I also just have to sit there and look at it in this way as well. Ray being fired, why was Ray fired? Because he was having an inappropriate relationship with his underling, his one of his officers. But she's also in that situation as well. So maybe that's another reason. And I'm pretty sure either she said that. I'm pretty sure she said that as well. Like, yeah, it's just the investigation. It's like me being a part of it, kind of made it where it's like I couldn't be a commissioner. Well, if that's the case, then why are you simply going to that other scenario? If you knew that that's the reason why, he didn't ask you, even when Sean vouched, like, yo, listen, I don't think I should be commissioned. Jay's a great cop. And granted, he didn't sit there and say that right then and there, but if you knew that was one of the reasons why, like as far as you being caught up in this whole controversy thing, then why are you sitting there why are you sitting there pointing to your gender and your race? Now, I can sit there and look at it and be like, it could be a bit of both, right? Yes, she was caught up in the controversial thing with Rafe, but also, hey, okay? Because let's not sit there and try to act like that is not also a part of it as well, or it could be. Who knows? I don't, what I'm saying? Like, I don't know if this dude is racist or one of the Proud Boys or anything like that. I have no idea, so I can't sit there and say that definitively. But I can't rule it out either. I just I don't feel comfortable just to say that's exactly what it is. I've never been like that. And don't get me wrong, if that's the case, if it comes out, it's like that's what it is, then that's what it is. But yeah, so you got that going on. You got Sean talking to Bella, and Bella's just like, I'm concerned about your sobriety, which is understandable. But she does sit there and support him anyway. Now, Jada was sitting there talking a lot of ish about him. Oh, he's a drunk and everything like that. He shot his dad and everything. And then she's like, he's right behind me, isn't he? She apologizes. He understands where she's coming from, and he's like, listen, it is what it is. You're not entirely wrong about that. But Ray, choosing to take the moral high ground is like, just do a good job. Do a good job. That's really what it comes down to. I don't think that Abe is going to win, even if he decides he wants to go back to being the mayor. I don't think that's going to end up happening. I think there's Jimmy. I mean, on one, there's the medical issue, right, with his memory. Two, even if he had his memory intact, all the stuff that went down in Salem happened under his watch. Good, bad, indifference, whatever. And you have this guy that's coming in. He's already cleaning up the streets. He already shut down that bakery. Woman that's in there calling scandals in the town. Um, he took care of some unethical practices in as far as in the police department. So he's already coming in with zero strikes, and he's sitting there cleaning up the town. It's not going to go Abe's way, is what it comes down to. Because they're going to sit there and look at it and be like, well, at the end of the day, it's about safety. How many killings, murders, crimes, and everything like that that's happened under his watch? This guy's new. I know he was doing before. Just saying. Brady was thinking like an idiot, like usual, talking about he was going to run, take Rachel and go. Sounds like that's a bad idea. Brady's like, I'm gonna do what I want to do because I feel like it's the right decision, and Rachel's gonna get poisoned by Kristen, and yada 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 yada. Not saying he's entirely wrong, but I'm just saying running is not the best option. I don't feel bad for him because he put himself in a situation. He came there with a damn gun. He came there with a gun and pointed at her like, "Yo, listen, you give me back my daughter or else." It's not your daughter. It's your daughter. Rachel overheard that. How many years of therapy is going to sit there and take that to have her work through that? That's something that you caused. In the end, he does wind up doing the right thing. Kristen was calling Belle and be like, "Yo, where's your brother at? Because if he's not here, I'm making sure I will find him, and it's not going to end well." And in the end, um, he did the right thing. He actually listened to John, which was like, it was a good thing. Now to tell you, I didn't. You really stop and think about it. It's like, do you really think that he was going to run? I mean, maybe he was. Maybe they could have found a way for him to be on a run. Um, but I don't know. Maybe it's part of me is just feel like it'll be just more of an expensive storyline and what kind of sets they would actually have and stuff. And it's just much easier to do the right thing and just kind of play it out in Salem. So I'm not surprised. Yeah, I think that's about it. At least that's just my thoughts. I might have missed one or two things, but I think I kind of covered everything. If you can, share this video. Share the video. It really does actually help as far as getting new people to watch these videos, to watch these realized videos. Um, with GH, it's just so much more people to watch than Days, and I like to get some more people to watch Days as well because I do enjoy doing it. Now, today was one of those things where it's like they were even as far as GH and Days, as far as the quality episode. Yesterday, Days pretty much had it. Days usually do have it, except for today. But it was still good. Still good. So, I'll actually tell you the truth, all four of the soaps was good. But you know what to do. If I missed anything, come to the live stream tonight, 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific. We'll sit there and talk about all the soaps, GH days, YNR, and B&B. Also on the weekends, if you're not a member, join. It's a lot of fun. So just my other reviews, I'll say this in this one. Me, DC, and Kyrie's Clark wanted doing a video that I feel like definitely you should watch it. It's members only, but it's a really good one. It's just a lot of tea that's spilled, and it's just good all around. So, with that being said, I'm gonna go. I want to thank you for watching. Stay safe, and I'll see you in the next video.